Safety first. Precautions for a secure eFoiling experience.
Hi, this is your Pulsir eFoil coach. Today we will guide you how to foil. Before delving into the tutorial, let's address crucial safety measures for eFoil usage.
Always prioritize your safety by wearing a helmet and a certified life vest. Keep hands and feet away from the propeller, as the powerful motor could pose a serious injury risk upon contact. When falling into the water, fall in the direction of the board's tilt and let go the trigger of the remote controller. Use the eFoil exclusively in safe and permitted sea areas. Depend on your area's regulation, ensuring water depth exceeds 1.5 meters. Beware of hitting the bottom and be careful of rocks and fishing nets. For optimal learning and initiation of eFoiling, choose smooth and tranquil water surfaces. Safety is our first priority, and let's move it into water. First step, preparation. After carefully reading your Pulsir eFoil manual and installing your eFoil board, then we can start pairing your remote controller. Press the top and bottom, and plus at the same time for matching. And double check there are no foreign objects around your propeller. Apply the controller to a small amount of throttle, and make sure the propeller works properly. After preparation and check, we can start to move it into water. Second step, moving into water with prone position. Always get on the board from side to avoid contacting with propeller and keep you safe. Then prone position yourself on the board so that you can touch the front of the board with your hands. You may need to shift your weight forward while increasing your speed by pushing the trigger. Remember to keep the nose out of water, if either remote controller or Bluetooth receiver, inside the right front of the board, immersed in water for 1 to 2 seconds. The Bluetooth will be cut off and the power will be cut off. That could result in falling into water. You can move your body a bit backward to get nose outside of water. Once you feel ready, we can move to the third step, riding with your knees. Third step, riding with your knees. You could maintain a speed between 6 to 10 kilometers per hour, 3 to 5 miles per hour. Add a low gear and release the trigger during transitions. Be mindful that even a slight release of the trigger can disrupt balance, potentially causing sinking or crashing. Practice to determine the right speed for your comfort. While riding at a constant speed, position your knees in front of the lid hinges and place both hands on the board, then push your body up. If this positioning causes the nose to sink, you may be moving too slowly. If you experience foiling and crash while getting to your knees, it indicates excessive speed and weight too far back. Once on your knees, shift your body weight forward to keep the nose down. Dedicate time to practicing balance on your knees and experimenting with speed adjustments for an optimal eFoil experience. Fourth step, foiling with your knee. Once you can ride with your knee, you can start to practice on foiling with your knee. Increase the speed to 18 to 25 kilometers per hour, 11 to 16 miles per hour at a mid-high gear. And, with careful movements, lean your upper body backward. You will know when you are foiling, when you can hear the faint wind of the motor. As soon as you foil, shift your upper body forward to touch down the nose again. Remember to keep the nose out of water while pressing down. Practice this skill and notice how very subtle changes in your weight engage the wind to bring the board up and down. Fifth step, standing on your board. It's time to transition to a standing position. Depending on your weight, choose a speed between 8 to 12 kilometers per hour, 5 to 8 miles per hour at a mid-low gear. Position your dominant foot in the space in front of your knees, placing your toes near the front of the foam pad and slightly to one side. Find your balance and then slowly stand up from a lunge position, with as much weight as possible on your front leg. Ensure your weight is on your front foot to keep the board and nose down. Keeping the foil in the water, standing up with weight on your rear foot can lead to an unintended crash. Remember to keep the throttle trigger engaged and slowly accelerate. Be cautious not to release the throttle trigger too fast while standing up. Maintaining a constant speed ensures a smooth ride for easier standing. Once standing, lean forward slightly to keep your center of gravity forward. The ideal body position is to twist forward and your front foot just behind the front of the deck grip, with your feet shoulder width apart and slightly offset. A wider stance will give you more stability. You can adjust your front and rear feet depend on your weight. Practice gradually increasing the motor speed. The motor and the board's bow wave will naturally push the nose up. Counteract this by pushing down firmly through your front leg while accelerating. Maintaining weight on your front foot with your body leaning forward is a safe position as it keeps the foil in the water. As you become more comfortable, shift as much weight as possible towards the nose of the board. Sixth step, foiling. Once you feel comfortable at your initial speed, it's time to practice increasing your speed. When you're at ease with the minimum flying speed, which is typically between 20 to 25 kilometers per hour at a high gear, you're ready to start foiling. Begin by transferring your weight backward, gradually releasing pressure from your front foot. Do this carefully, ensuring your weight is centered over the board's center line and engaging your core. As soon as you sense the board lifting over the water, immediately lean forward and touch down. Then you complete your first foil fly. If you happen to crash, don't worry. It's part of the learning process. Letting go the throttle trigger and fall from the side. Avoiding contacting with the propeller. Try again. Focus on finding the balance point and dedicate time to more practice. The safest approach to foiling is to foil low and practice touching down again. Going too high may lead to a crash, so take it slow and remain confident. Avoid attempting turns until you are comfortable foiling in a straight line. Turning while foiling requires careful balance on all axes with your core engaged. Start with tight turns before attempting broader maneuvers, and gradually progress as you gain confidence. Tips: if there is wind and waves, the details vary slightly. Facing the wind will lift the nose of the board, requiring a more forward center of gravity lifting wing when going downwind. The nose of the board tends to stick in the water, so it is necessary to center of gravity a bit backward. Thanks for choosing Pulseer eFoil.